You've been given something no one else has, and that's your unique combination of time, energy, and talents. You are awesome. And in your awesomeness, you have also the ability to control how you respond to all that happens to you and around you that you do not have control over. In today's episode on Intent on Purpose with me, your host, Laura Henson Brexa, we're talking to Dr. Wayne H. Bowen, who explains Stoicism and the power of our thoughts, our choices, and the perspectives we bring to our own lives. Take a listen and see if the principles of Stoicism might help you just save enough valuable energy that you can put that energy that you save into something that matters most. Dr. Wayne H. Bowen.
Stoics would say, you can't control the world. You can't control the events that come into your life. You can't control other people. In fact, you can't even control your own body. I mean, yes, you can take care of it as best you can, but all of us are vulnerable at any moment to our bodies. And there's this I don't want to say it, but it's a motto, but there's a saying that resonates with Stoics and throughout the world, memento mori. The idea that remember that you will die. In fact, I don't know if you're a horror movie fan. I happen to be one. But the recent hit movie, 28 Years Later, zombie movie, there is a scene, actually a number of scenes, that discuss this phrase, memento mori, remember that you will die. And so I think Marcus Aurelius would say, be humble, live every day as if it's your last, because at some point that will be true. Everyone has a finite amount of time on this planet. You don't control anything except your thoughts. And you only control your response to what the world throws at you, or even what your body throws at you. And so that's the choices you make. You can be angry, you can be furious, you can be sad, you can be depressed, based on the same events in your life. So you can have a delicious meal and be sad because you'll never eat that well again. Or be angry because other people don't eat the same food that day. Or you can be happy in that moment and move on to the rest of your life, to things that matter more. And so you can also crave and desire that meal again and again. And so it's reacting to the same event in your life. You decide how your mind will react to things. In fact, your mind is the only thing you control. I think that's kind of what he means here, and it's there's also there's a freedom in that liberation. The idea that you shouldn't be frustrated at the world not obeying your commands, because you shouldn't expect it to. Use your reason to understand your role in the world.
How does pursuing a formal education impact the quality of your thoughts?
Well, I think there's significant amount of evidence that formal education, certainly not just high school, but through college, tends to improve material outcomes. I mean, people who graduate from college, by and large, have much greater earning potential, much longer lives, much better health outcomes, but also, and I've seen multiple studies and surveys, also happier lives. And I think a reason for that is not just because they have had to benefit materially, but because I think a formal education gives people a context for understanding themselves in the world, and perhaps to realize that, for example, if you look at history or literature, you can see that we're living in, at least in the West, in an unparalleled time of prosperity and peace. And so, if you think about just how much better it is to be alive today than it would have been 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. That's a perspective that hopefully can make people understand and be grateful for the things that they have. I think it can also, understanding of where civilization has come from, gives people an understanding of the rapidity of change. And so it gives them an opportunity to be prepared for dramatic changes in the workforce, dramatic changes in culture and society, and not to resist and be angry at things that they expected would be there forever. I think it also literally prepares people for change, because students who we have who learn how to communicate, how to think, how to do a wide range of things, are more prepared if their jobs go away, are more prepared if their industry transforms, are more prepared just to adapt and adjust to what the world brings at them. And so, and it's not to say that you can't achieve those things through other means, but it's much more difficult. I mean, literally, when you come to university, you will take courses in general education. Even for people like me who don't like math, I have to take math. I have to take science. Right? And so you get a little bit of a lot, which means that when you move into the workforce or into graduate study, you have a little bit of a lot prepared for a whole range of opportunities and adjustments that the world will throw at you. And so, I think the argument, even in today's context where there's been a rapid decline in respect for higher education or support for students going on to college, I think that the evidence is still clear that it benefits most people to pursue higher education. It doesn't have to be at the university level. It can be at a state or community college. It can be a technical area. But certainly the broader the basis, the more likely those people will be prepared for a world that does not sit still for us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bowen. I appreciate your time and meeting with me today.
Thank you.
Your time is finite. Your energy is valuable. Your talents are unique. Invest them intentionally. Intent on Purpose podcast with host Laura Hansen Brexel. Listen, learn, lead with intention. Your time is finite. Your energy is valuable. Your talents are unique. Invest them intentionally. If a story moved you, if a lesson helped you grow, subscribe, share, like, comment. Help more purpose-driven people know. Your time is finite. Your energy is valuable. Your talents are unique. Invest them intentionally. Intent on purpose with Laura